What is going on, everyone? Just a little update for you on the Killer Instinct Pro series, Arcade1up. I know a lot of you probably noticed that the Killer Instinct Pro was removed from the Arcade1up website. This is not new news. I'm just getting around to talking about it. I know that most of you probably already known this, discovered that a while back, but it made me wonder, well, what's going on here? You know, I specifically did not buy the regular Killer Instinct machine because I want the Pro. And then, of course, they remove it, and I'm like, well, that's just great. The reason that they did remove it, and I kind of was thinking this once we found out what kind of monitors came in the Golden TXL and the Shack XL, those monitors that came in those machines were not great. Not great. And, of course, people were concerned that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was going to have that same monitor style in it, which would have been absolutely unacceptable. John D. himself, who was on an interview with Michael B. the Game Genie, Kongs or Us, I don't know whose channel it was specifically, but he was talking to them, and they did get some information out of him about, you know, what's going on here. And it's what I thought, and I figured, because once people seen those monitors in the Golden T and the NBA Jam XL machines, there's no way that that was going to be acceptable for the Pro series of machines. So they did right by not releasing it, and now they're going to fix that problem and get, you know, the better monitor for it. And, of course, for any of the Pro series going forward. They already have the ability to source monitors that are of great quality for the 17-inch size, but we need the 19-inch for these Pro Series cabinets, okay? Now, I don't know how much harder or easier that is. I'm guessing they're going to have to spend a couple more dollars, but neither here nor there. They're sourcing the better monitors for these Pro cabinets. Hopefully, they start to put those in the the XL cabinets, the Golden T and the NBA Jam, and whatever XL cabinet they come out with in the future. We'll hopefully have these better monitors, because I specifically have not bought the Golden T or the NBA. I mean, I already have the NBA Jam, the Costco edition of NBA Jam, or the Sam's Club one, whichever one has the lighted buttons, not the lighted deck protector. That's the one I have. But I was interested in the Golden TXL until I seen the monitor, and I don't feel like sitting here and buying another monitor and swapping it out myself. I already have full-size arcade machines that I work on and have to sit here and maintain and everything, okay? The whole point of me buying the Arcade1ups is I just want to build them and play them. I don't want to work on them, okay? I work on full-size machines regularly, and, I have my full-size machines, and they have their array of problems that I'm always fixing. Anybody who has real full-size arcade machines, real coin-op machines knows there's always something going on, man. Once you fix one, you turn around, and then the other one doesn't. Something's going on with it, and it's just like this never-ending cycle. So anybody that has real coin-op arcade machines knows what I'm talking about. So that's why when I get the Arcade1ups, I like them because I can just open them, build them, and play them and not have to think about working on them. So to sit here and be like, well, I'll go buy another monitor and I'll replace that monitor so that I can have a better one. I'm not doing all that, man. I'm not doing all that. The whole appeal is that I build it and I play it. I'm happy. That's the appeal. For other people out there that, the Arcade1ups are all they have, which is most people, it's absolutely understandable why you would go through the trouble of buying a different monitor and replacing it, and you're absolutely fine with that. Completely understandable. But when you collect arcade machines and you have a vast array of them as it is, as far as like real full-size machines, including pinball, those, you're dumping money into those to keep them running. It's definitely a labor of love, to say the least. So the last thing you want to be doing is having to fix the Arcade1ups that, you bought because you wanted to just put them together and play them and not have maintenance on the mind. So, but for those that do it, absolutely 100%, I understand, if Arcade1ups are the only thing that you have in your collection, which, like I said, is most people, then I completely understand why you'd want to do that. And it's definitely worth doing because the form factor, the larger form factor of the Arcade1ups with the XL machine sizes and whatnot is really cool. It's really nice. And I'm glad they're doing that because it gives a little bit more of a full-size feel. I love all my Arcade1ups in the normal 3/4 size with the risers and stuff. They all look great. I still say my most favorite, I have two favorite cabinets that look really good as their 3/4 size, and that's the Ridge Racer and Big Blue Street Fighter 2. Love how those cabinets look. They look great. That'd be my two favorite aesthetically of the 3/4 size. Love those. But anyway, the point is if you were waiting on Killer Instinct Pro, just hold on and wait a little longer. Don't run and buy the other Killer Instinct if you really want the Pro. If the Pro was just like, I'll just wait for the Pro and whatever, and it really don't matter, and you just want Killer Instinct, by all means, go get the 3/4 size machine because it's been going on sale. And there's times where it drops actually below $500. At least in my area, there was a couple times where it hit $499. I think it hit $449 at one point, just for a day, though. But definitely, if you just want the game and all that, there has been many updates to it since its release, so it's functioning a lot better now than it was in the beginning. So by all means, if you don't want to wait for the Pro, go for the 3/4 size because, like I said, you can usually find it below the retail value, which is always nice. But I'm going to hold out for the Pro just because that was the one game I really wanted in that Pro series when they announced it as being a Pro series. I'm like, well, that's perfect because I've been wanting Killer Instinct. Buying and finding and buying Killer Instinct in the real arcade form is a task that I don't want to undertake because not only is it almost ridiculously impossible to find a real Killer Instinct machine, when you do find one, if you need parts for it or you need any PCBs or hard drives or, well, I mean, you can use compact flash drives now, but the boards themselves are in the thousands of dollars in value now. And I don't even want to think about having to sit here and replace the PCB in a Killer Instinct when they're thousands of dollars. I just don't want to do it. And not to mention, like I said, I can't ever find a Killer Instinct in my area, full-size, regular, original Killer Instinct. It's just not going to happen. And if it does, great, but I still don't think I want it because of the PCB being so high in value. I don't want to spend that kind of money on just keeping the game running. Okay, so the Arcade1up one is absolutely perfect. Like I said, I don't want to have to work on them. I want to open them and build them and play them, right? That's the point. So with the Killer Instinct Pro, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So the fact that it's delayed because they want to solve the monitor problem, I'm absolutely 1,000% fine with that. And I will gladly wait until it's ready, which probably won't be until 2023. Unless they come out, near Christmas time and say, hey, it's coming out. I don't know, But I'm guessing 2023. If it's earlier than that, then great. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That don't worry. Those of you that don't know, even though most of you that watch this channel is going to know because you watch all the other channels, just letting you know that have no fear. If you were waiting for the Pro, it is still coming. It has not been canceled. They're just going to solve the problems that people are, putting up concerns about. And that's one thing that Arcade1up has done over the years is they listen to the customer and the feedback. That cannot be denied, okay? We have to give it to them for that because they really do. They listen to the customer and they listen to the feedback and they try to give the customers what they want. And sometimes they try to sneak one in there with that monitor like they did with the XL machines. They try to sneak one in there, but then they're like, and then they find out, yeah, that didn't work. But they've always been pretty good about trying to meet the customer demand and complaints and things like this. So we have to give them props for that. And yeah, that's all I really got to say. With that said, I will catch you all down the road.